Hello and welcome to Fast and Factual. My name is Utsaf Parekh and here are the top stories of the day. Amid the ongoing diplomatic row between India and Canada, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has admitted that his government provided only intelligence, not proof, to India last year. This is after his government accused India of being involved in the killing of the Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. India had asked the Canadian authorities for evidence backing their allegations. After Trudeau's admission, New Delhi has reiterated its stand, saying that Ottawa is yet to present any evidence supporting its accusations. Meanwhile, the US State Department has lauded India's cooperation into a probe about a plot to murder the Khalistani terrorist Gurpatwant Singh Pannun. Following a meeting with the Indian Inquiry Committee, which was formed to probe the foiled murder plot, the US said that New Delhi informed them that the accused in the assassination plot is no longer an employee of the Indian government. US authorities had arrested former Indian government employee Vikram Yadav in the case earlier this year. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky presented his victory plan yesterday. As part of his plan, Zelensky asked NATO to invite Ukraine to join the body. The Ukrainian president also sought permission to use Western-supplied long-range missiles against Russia. Zelensky also called for help to boost the country's defense capabilities. Zelensky is set to attend a meeting with NATO defense ministers in Brussels. The NATO defense ministers will discuss Ukraine's victory plan. Zelensky and NATO's new chief, Mark Rutte, are scheduled to hold a joint conference after the meeting. US President Joe Biden will meet with his NATO allies Britain, Germany and France tomorrow. This will be during Biden's visit to the German capital, Berlin. The NATO allies will reportedly discuss their support for Ukraine. Meanwhile, the European Union summit is taking place in the Belgian capital, Brussels. The leaders of the EU member nations will discuss their support for Ukraine with the country's president, Volodymyr Zelensky. Zelensky will also present his victory plan to the EU leaders. The conflict in West Asia will also be discussed during the EU summit. Israel carried out dozens of strikes in Lebanon yesterday. The Israeli military targeted the Lebanese town of Nabatiyeh. The strike hit 2 municipal buildings and killed at least 16 people, including the town's mayor. The attack also injured 52 people. Israeli forces launched an airstrike in Syria. The strike reportedly sparked a fire in the coastal city of Latakia and injured 2 people. The Israeli forces struck a point near the southeast entrance of the city, which is a stronghold for Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The Israeli strike allegedly targeted a weapons depot in Latakia. The US says it has conducted precision strikes against the Houthi rebel group in Yemen. The US says it struck 5 underground weapons storage sites. The Americans conducted the strikes using B-2 stealth bombers. This is the first reported use of the B-2 Spirit against the Houthis. Mexico's former top security official, Genaro Garcia Luna, has been sentenced to over 38 years in a US prison. He has been convicted of aiding the very drug cartels he was tasked to dismantle. Luna was charged with taking millions of dollars in bribes and allowing Mexico's Sinaloa cartel to smuggle drugs into the US. North Korea says that its constitution now defines the South as a hostile state. Pyongyang has confirmed the legal change, which Kim Jong-un had recently called for. In January, Kim had called South Korea his country's principal enemy. He also said that Pyongyang was no longer interested in reunification. The new hostile state designation comes just days after North Korea blew up sections of the roads and rail lines along its border with South Korea. At least 147 people have died in Nigeria after a fuel tanker explosion. The accident took place around midnight on Wednesday in a Nijjar town in the Jigawa state. The fuel tanker overturned on a highway. People headed towards the tanker to salvage the spilled fuel. That's when the tanker exploded, killing and injuring the people who had gathered. A Bangladeshi court has issued an arrest warrant for former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Sheikh Hasina was ousted in August after nationwide demonstrations. She fled to India on August 5th and has been staying in the country ever since. The new arrest warrant demands that Sheikh Hasina be produced before the Bangladeshi court by November 18th. Nayab Singh Saini took oath as the Chief Minister of the Indian state of Haryana today. Ministers in Saini's cabinet were also sworn in at the event. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the oath-taking ceremony. His party, the BJP, won 48 seats out of 90 in Haryana. In climate news now, Tom Brady has become part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. This is after his 5% stake was approved by NFL owners. In addition to Las Vegas Raiders, Brady also holds a joint stake in the Oakland Raiders along with Tom Wagner and Richard Seymour. In climate news, a cyclonic storm is inching towards the southern coast of India. It'll make landfall between the Union Territory of Pondicherry and Nellore city in Andhra Pradesh. The storm is also impacting the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Both the Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu are witnessing heavy downpours and strong winds. This is as a depression in the southwest Bay of Bengal has intensified into a storm. Heavy rains lashed parts of Oman, causing roads to flood and bringing life to a standstill. Eyewitness videos from the eastern city of Sur showed people wading through the waters. The authorities had sounded an alert asking citizens to avoid low-lying areas. Chile's Easter Island in the Pacific Ocean is stuck in an oceanic vortex of plastic. According to its municipal data, the island receives around 50 times more plastic than the coasts of Chile. This is as the island's location in the South Pacific Gaia brings in trash from Australia and South America. The island is now leading a campaign against plastic pollution, which has impacted its marine fauna. In Serbia, hundreds staged protests in the western town of Loznica. The protesters opposed the Australian mining giant Rio Tinto's lithium mining project in the region. The protesters claimed that the project's development will affect the environment. The stir came after the ruling coalition in Australia rejected an opposition draft law for banning mining and exploration for lithium and borates. 5 Pacific nations have come together to hold climate-polluting nations accountable. These countries will together fight a case in the International Court of Justice. The hearing will start on December 2nd. The court proceedings will test countries' climate obligations. Based on the assessment, it will be decided whether these countries can be sued for failing to act. Nearly 40% of the World Bank's climate financing in the last 7 years is unaccounted for. The revelation was made by a non-governmental organization called Oxfam. The report blames poor record-keeping for the lack of accountability. An audit of the finance portfolio between 2017 and 2023 revealed that climate finance worth $41 billion could not be found. The Oxfam audit said that there was no clear public record of where the money went. On to business and tech news. Taiwanese chipmaker TSMC has reported a 54% jump in profits for the third quarter. The firm earned over $10 billion in profit between July and September this year. TSMC is the world's largest contract chip maker. Its earnings have been surging on the back of high demand for advanced chips that power artificial intelligence. The US, Europe and Israel are seeing a rise in funding for artificial intelligence and cloud computing this year. This is according to a new report by the American venture capital firm Exiled. The three regions had seen a decline in AI funding over the last 3 years. However, this year, AI firms in the US, Europe and Israel are set to receive over $79 billion. The report also noted that about 40% of this money will go to firms working on generative AI. Meta has reportedly started laying off employees across different divisions. The scale of the company-wide layoffs is unknown. Reports say that employees from WhatsApp, Instagram and Reality Labs have been affected. A Meta spokesperson said that the tech giant is reallocating resources according to its long-term goals. Canada's BlackBerry says it's looking to sell its cybersecurity unit, Cylance. This comes 6 years after the firm bought the California-based Cylance for $1.4 billion. BlackBerry's CEO said that buying Cylance was a bold bet. He added that Cylance looked promising initially, but it underdelivered. Cylance has reported a loss of $50 million in the ongoing financial year. The e-commerce giant Amazon has unveiled the first colored version of its e-reader, the Kindle. The device uses LEDs and other technology for the color display. It has been named the Kindle ColorSoft and it comes with a price tag of $280. The e-reader has a battery life of up to 8 weeks compared to 3 months for the paper white Kindle. The American automaker General Motors and Taiwan's Foxconn are expected to announce production plans for Mexico. This is according to Mexico's Deputy Economy Minister. The minister also said that the Mexican government is in talks with DHL and Stellantis for local plants. Meanwhile, the US government has asked the European car maker Stellantis to follow up on its commitments. Last year, the firm promised to expand its factory in the US state of Illinois. This was part of the automaker's $19 billion investment plan. However, it hasn't started making these investments yet. As a result, Stellantis employees have threatened to go on strike. The French airplane maker Airbus says it'll lay off up to 2,500 workers. These cuts will be in the firm's defense and space division. The layoffs will affect about 7% of the unit's workforce. Recently, the Airbus Defense and Space Division has been grappling with high project costs and delays. The American consultancy firm McKinsey is reportedly planning to lay off about 500 workers in China. This represents about a third of the firm's workforce in the country. Reports say that McKinsey is revamping its business in China after dropping several state-linked clients. McKinsey has been reducing its workforce in mainland China, Hong Kong and Taiwan over the past 2 years. Ahead of the festive season in India, the country's automobile sector has reported strong demand. Data from the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers shows that automobile sales grew by about 9% in the last quarter. The data includes the sales of cars, bikes and three-wheelers. Bike sales grew by over 12% between July and September this year. However, there was a drop in car sales. The Indian automobile industry body says that heavy rain in key states impacted the sales figures. Moving to sports, we start with cricket. The test series between India and New Zealand kicked off earlier today in India's Bengaluru city. Rains played spoilsport yesterday, forcing the first match to start a day late. India elected to bat first and began on a disappointing note. Captain Rohit Sharma scored just 2 runs and was dismissed. Meanwhile, ace batter Virat Kohli was bowled out for a duck. India were bundled out for 46 runs in the first innings. In reply, New Zealand have already taken the lead. The International Cricket Council has added 3 new legends to its Hall of Fame list. They are South Africa's former explosive batter A.B. de Villiers, former captain of England Alastair Cook, and one of India's greatest spinners, Neetu David. The ICC Hall of Fame is an honour given to cricketers to recognise their exceptional contributions. Indian batter Virat Kohli penned an emotional letter to the legendary A.B. de Villiers after his induction to the prestigious Hall of Fame. Kohli hailed the impact de Villiers had on the sport and the cricketing fraternity. He recalled memories from the Indian Premier League when both of them played together. Kohli called A.B. de Villiers the most talented cricketer in the letter. The first semi-final of the T20 Women's World Cup begins today. Australia will be taking on South Africa at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. It'll be a rematch of the 2023 World Cup final. South Africa will look to banish memories from that match to exact revenge on the Australian juggernaut. Australia, the defending champions, are vying for their 8th consecutive ICC Women's T20 World Cup final spot. Shakib Al Hasan will play the last test match of his career for Bangladesh. He will play against South Africa in a 2-match test series. Shakib has been named in the squad for the first match, which starts on October 21st. The batter had announced his retirement in September. In football, Manchester United have ended Sir Alex Ferguson's multi-million-dollar ambassadorial contract. The move comes in the wake of cost-cutting measures by the club's management. Sir Alex Ferguson has been associated with United for a total of 26 years. He is the club's most successful manager and won them 38 trophies. Juventus midfielder Paul Pogba said that he's keen on returning to football. He said that he wants to play for France at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The France international has been embroiled in a doping controversy since 2023. He was given a 4-year ban initially for testing positive for a banned substance. Earlier this month, his penalty was reduced to 18 months. Brazil captured a convincing 4-0 win against Peru in a FIFA World Cup qualifier match. Rafinha played a pivotal role in Brazil's victory. He scored 2 goals, 1 in each half. Substitute Andreas Pereira added a spectacular third before Luis Enrique sealed the match for the South American powerhouse. Atlanta has been confirmed the host city of the Super Bowl, set for February 2028. The game will take place at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The venue can house over 70,000 spectators. The Super Bowl is the annual championship game of the National Football League in the US, or the NFL. A jersey worn by the National Basketball League legend Michael Jordan is set to hit the auction table. It's estimated to fetch at least $4 million. The red-colored top was worn by him during the 1996-97 basketball championship season. That's when he used to play for the Chicago Bulls. The auction will be held on October 23rd in New York. In entertainment news, former lead singer of the pop band One Direction, Liam Payne, has passed away. The 31-year-old British singer died in Argentina. According to the police, he fell from the 3rd floor of a hotel in Buenos Aires. He was in Argentina to attend the concert of his former bandmate, Niall Horan. Liam Payne is survived by his son and girlfriend. Singer Liam Payne's sudden death has shocked the entire world. Charlie Puth wrote on social media that he cannot believe that Payne is gone. Rapper Ty Dolla $ign has stated that he spoke with the late singer just 2 days ago. TV personality Paris Hilton has also offered her condolences. The minor who accused rapper Sean Combs of sexually assaulting him has shared an image from the night the incident occurred. He stated that the incident happened in 1998 at a party hosted by the rapper. The accuser submitted the image to the courts as evidence. The photograph allegedly shows the rapper's arm wrapped around the accuser's shoulder. Combs is currently in jail awaiting trial for charges of racketeering and sexual abuse. A holiday Christmas film will release this year inspired by the romance of singer Taylor Swift and footballer Travis Kelce. The film is titled Christmas in the Spotlight. The story is about a pop star meeting a football player backstage. Their meeting blooms into love, followed by the immense pressure they face because of their public images. It will release on the 23rd of November. Actor Al Pacino knows how to hit the headlines, right? This time, the actor claimed in an interview that his 16-month-old son, Roman, regularly sends him text messages. He also plays the harmonica with him on video calls. Al Pacino's former girlfriend, Noor Al-Falah, gave birth to Roman in June last year. Stranger Things alum Mason Dye will be seen in the 5th season of The Boys. He will play the role of Bombside. His exact character details are currently under wraps. The character of Bombside could also be part of the show's prequel series, Vought Rising. The Boys will conclude with season 5. Actor Sophia Bush has been roped in for the iconic show Grey's Anatomy. She will join the 21st season of the show as Dr. Cass Beckman in a recurring role. Bush will star as a trauma surgeon. Her debut will take place in the show's season 6th episode, which will air on the 7th of November. American filmmaker Martin Scorsese will direct the filming of the Robert Pattinson tribute concert in Los Angeles. Robbie Robertson tribute concert in Los Angeles. He's also the executive producer of the concert. It has been titled Life is a Carnival, a musical celebration of Robbie Robertson. The film, after post-production, will be released later. Hollywood actor Angelina Jolie will be presented with the Moulton Modern Master Award at the 2025 Santa Barbara International Film Festival in February next year. The award honors filmmakers who have significantly contributed to the movie industry. Organizers say that Jolie is known for making bold choices as an actor and a director. Victoria's Secret 2024 show in New York City was nothing less than a visual spectacle. Supermodels BB and Bella Hadid, Tyra Banks and Adriana Lima owned the stage during the ramp walk. The fashion house returned with the show after more than half a decade. Singers Cher, Lisa and Tyler also performed during the show.